Hello guys, welcome back to News for You. I hope you're doing well on this Tech Tuesday. I hope you're ready because we have a great show lined up for you. We're going to be talking about a 14-year-old prodigy in India. Also, Zimbabwe faced a nationwide shutdown, and has Uganda become a hotspot for Mpox? All that and more coming up today on News for You. Stay tuned. Uganda has emerged as a global hotspot for Mpox, reporting the highest number worldwide in the last 6 weeks. Now, we record about 300 new cases per week. Now, in contrast, other African nations like Burundi have reported a decrease. And even globally, the World Health Organization has noted an 18.2% decrease in new cases in February 2025 compared to January 2025, with Africa taking about 88% of that number. The persistent rise in Uganda calls for enhanced testing, improved surveillance, as well as expanded vaccine access. So guys, let's just remember to stay safe now that Uganda is regarded a hotspot. Let's, protect ourselves, protect others. Let's stay away from certain things that we know are spreading this disease. A 14-year-old in India has developed an AI-powered app called Circadia V, which is meant to detect heart issues in just 7 seconds. Basically, it assesses the ECG report and gives you a quick analysis and even a diagnosis. Now, it's been tested in a hospital so far and is proving incredibly efficient and very accurate. So now the chief minister basically praised this innovation and said it's really going to be a game changer in the world of healthcare. And experts also suggest that harnessing children's creativity through reading, exploring interests, and encouraging them really helps to foster such incredible, groundbreaking innovations. And I think that's true. I think it's absolutely amazing. But looking back to when I was 14 years old, child, I was not in position to be coming up with an AI-powered app. Let's be so for real. I think I was in grade 8. We were learning algebra. Still very basic level ICT skills. So I think it's great. The future, is in our kids. We need to empower them with all the incredible tools so they can come up with amazing things like this. Uganda's leader of the opposition, Joel Senyonyi, unveiled the alternative budget for the financial year of 2025-2026, and he criticized the government for economic mismanagement and corruption. He highlighted issues like the high cost of living and projects like the Lubowa Specialized Hospital and Roko Construction Limited, which he described as lacking accountability and serving as conduits for the misappropriation of public funds. He says this explains why 30% of taxes collected by URA are spent on debt repayments. Now, his alternative budget emphasizes things like equity, financial responsibility, and public accountability to realign Uganda's financial priorities. Let's see how this is taken. On March 31st, 2025, Zimbabwe faced a nationwide shutdown following calls for protests against President Emmerson Mnangagwa's alleged plans to extend his rule beyond 2028. Now, basically, this demonstration was very minimally attended. People stayed home, heeding to government's warnings against protesting. Now, police dispersed whatever people were demonstrating. There was heavy presence. Schools and shops remained closed, and public transport was scarce. Now, the person who was leading this demonstration has been arrested for treason and has been expelled from the ruling party, which is ZANU-PF. Mnangagwa, who came into power in 2017, has said that he has no plans of extending his rule and has asserted improvements to both Zimbabwe's political and human rights climate. Now, on the radar is Barometer happening later this evening, where Bobi Wine is coming through for an interview. Best believe it will have all the tea for you in tomorrow's News for You episode. But in the meantime, download Afro Mobile and catch it there, and we'll chat about it tomorrow. It's time for the profile, and every day we bring you a champion in society, hosted by the one and only Mr. Champion Style Elevation Style. Check it out.
Greetings and blessings. My name is Jocquis Clean, and we do this every day. We profile a champion out of society, and this one is an African producer, a champion, And, he's collaborated with big artists around here, Azawi, Pia Pounds, to mention but a few. Today, as we speak, something great is happening. There's African Bureau of Music. It's an East-West edition. It's a camp that is happening. So they connect people from west of the world to east of the world to come here and make music. But before that, we do on the show every time, is to get to know the champion before we dive into this story. Kusei Mujewe.
Kale, my brother, how you doing?
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you again.
Every time I see you, I have to remind myself that you're a producer, not like a fashionista or something.
No, but it's always great to have you around, man. It's been so long, but welcome. This is the IBM camp. Yeah, and we're here.
Yes. Starting with your real name and a little story of, who you are, what has Kusei been throughout this time.
Yeah.
Get here.
My name is Kusei. I'm a music producer. I'm a creative director at African Bureau of Music. And I've been making music for quite some time with the likes of Azawi, Eddie Kenzo, so many superstars, Fefe, so many here. And we're here to bring you more in the camp, yeah? Yeah.
That definitely sounds like it. And I really want to get to the camp in a bit, but first, when did you start making this music? What inspired you to get into the system?
Yeah, I began making music way back when I used to sing. So I used to make beats, yeah. So way back when I was doing some gospel music, that's when I began. But this real business, I began in 2012 at Baby J Studio, where I met Eddie Kenzo. After I met Jalai, Frank J, and yeah, we're here.
The rest has been history.
Yeah.
Now we get to know that the man was making gospel music before he dived into this thing. God has been here. All right, so, tell me about, after making music, making some bangers, you start ABM. First of all, what is it? And also tell me about where did this vision come from? Because when I see this right now, it's futuristic. Things like this don't happen in this land time to time. So tell me about where the whole idea of MBM started from and also the idea of the camp itself.
Yeah, actually, the whole vision began in 2016 after we won the Mbilo Producer of Africa Award in the All Afrima Awards. Yeah? After we created that Mbilo song, it changed the whole visionary sound. Yeah, we had Burna Boy jumping onto the sounds. Then I was like, okay, I think God is speaking to us, man. Why don't we do something like this? Why don't we really now redefine our sound, yeah, but using our African instruments, yeah? So today in the ABM Music Camp, we got some new hardware in a way of redefining our sounds to make it a lot easier to create a lot of magic and a lot of beats, yeah.
And this is about 12, 13 years in the game. When you talk about instruments, it seems like you're enjoying this one in particular. First of all, have you seen this before and what is happening?
And so in the ABM camp, we got some a partner friend. It's called Teenage Engineering. It's a company, so they make such gadgets. Yeah, so this is more like a MIDI controller. It's called an OP1. Yeah, it's a sampler, MIDI controller, a microphone. Basically, it's a whole studio in one at the go. Yeah, so you can begin to make a couple of beats at the go, and you're making visionary stuff here.
There's a little speaker here.
Yeah, there's a little speaker here. Here we have the microphone.
Let's record something. I say NBS Plus, we are the best. Everybody talented on this place. I say.
Go ahead.
Kale, together, Kaiga. The speed.
But the truth is, man, we need such gadgets to help us make our music creativity journey a lot easier.
And what I like is I see this, but I also see a Nangawali, xylophone, Vegeta xylophone, Sicho. So what is happening? What is happening here? Why are we having all of that vision? Also, is this something you're intentional about?
So basically our vision at ABM, the African Bureau of Music, is redefining sound using our African instruments. All the music that you'll ever hear coming from ABM has an African instrument. straight to the backbone. So our music is basically grounded here. So when you listen to Azawi's music, Pierre Pound's music, basically Eddie Kenzo's music, it has the Africanicity touch. Yeah, so that is what we're doing, and Africa is running the world right now. Yeah, you're seeing everybody doing a lot of great things.
Yes, and I love this. I love the collaboration. Just break for me briefly about the people who are in here right now in this room behind us.
All right, so in this particular version of the East-West ABM Music Camp, we brought in producers from Europe, producers that have made music for Taylor Swift, Madonna, among so many. Yeah? Then we brought in Element Ele, the producer from Rwanda. Yeah, and then we have producers from Uganda. We had talked to Estukizi, but he'll be coming in around Friday because he got an emergency out there. So we're here to join up the whole community of the creatives and see how we can create some new great music. Yeah.
I love this. I love, where does this Africa come from? In a world that we grew up in, you look like a millennial to me. It is the white people were projecting dominance through colonization, and even to date, I feel like a lot of black people are still struggling with being African and being black. How does Kusaim escape that boat and jump on the boat of Pan-Africanism?
Man, the truth is, I'm a ghetto champion, man. Got down there, but the truth is, the whole visionary when it comes to the music and how far it's going, it's in your mind. Yeah, the whole Zongo Wagwan story, man. We gotta work together and figure out a way of creating and building the whole ecosystem when it comes to the music business.
It's telling you that it is in your mind. You have to escape it, and we are champions, just like everybody's a champion. All right, so Kusaim, what things do you go by, like a mantra? Is it a routine or something you do, even if it's a person? Something that you feel like has gotten you through all of these years. To a young Kusaim right now struggling, what should they not let go?
Man, you can't let go of your music, man. Now, to me, music was the only reason I was pushing through so many things. When I got to push that side, I came back, put on my headsets and thought. Yeah, so that is where I used to combine myself and figure out what I'm going to do next, yeah. So the truth is, the best I can tell somebody who is like me, man, stick to your music.
Stick to the music. I also see a tattoo here. I say this must be music, of course. Briefly break for us your tattoos on it.
Man, this particular tattoo tells about the musical journey. It begins straight from the disc, then it becomes a wave. From the wave, it goes to your ears. Through your ears, it becomes your blood.
Heartbeat.
Your heartbeat. Yeah.
Very nice. Are those the only ones you have?
Yeah. I got more, but hey, man, this is risk-taking when it comes to the music. Fresh, because hey, that's the brand, and man, we are hustlers. We hustle hard, and we stay humble.
It is what it is. On the show, we profile champions out of society. And like I told you, this is a champion out of society. My name is Jokis Clean for News for You on NBS TV. And of course, Profile Plus on NBS Plus. See you when you see me. We're out.
And that is a wrap for today, guys. As always, please do let us know what you thought of the show down in the comments. Also, you can catch us on Afro Mobile. Make sure to download the app and subscribe. If for only 9,900 shillings or $4.99 if you are in the diaspora. You can watch us anytime, anywhere, only on Afro Mobile. Authentic African stories. I'll see you next time, guys.